so abstract. Yeah, it's complicated what you say, the way you act. Well, it makes me so confused. I don't know what to do anymore. Can't you just make up your mind? My heart drops when you play around. How can you be up when I'm down? Don't wanna think about it right now. Maybe you just wanna be friends, but there is a fight when we are talking. Maybe you just wanna pretend, but I can read between the lines. Even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting, still wanna be with you. I think you want it too. 'Cause baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be. Oh, baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be. How it hurts to see you smile, like a dagger in me. She just seems so juvenile. I just want it to be me. I wanna set your world on fire. Oh, just so sure I'll stick around. Oh, my heart drops when you play around. How can you be up when I'm down? Don't wanna think about it right now. Maybe you just wanna be friends, but there is a fight when we are talking. Maybe you just wanna pretend, but I can read between the lines. Even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting, still wanna be with you. I think you want it too. 'Cause baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be. Oh, even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting, still wanna be with you. I think you want it too. 'Cause baby, I don't wanna be. No, baby, I don't wanna be. No, baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be.
Hey guys, welcome back. Had a little bit of a computer issue and camera issue, so I'm coming to you from my webcam. So I apologize if I look like my head is like in your face. We are so pleased to have Pink and Main back as one of our sponsors, and even more happy that we've got Libby Hickman coming in to you live to show you some really cool stuff that Pink and Main has going on. So I'm going to bring her to the stage. Hey, Libby.
Hey everybody. Hi Brandy. Thanks for
It's
having me
always
tonight.
it's always a fun night when you're here.
Oh, thank you.
All right, you guys. Now, don't forget, Pink and Main has a promo code or promo that they're going to be sharing, and that is listed down on your screen, scrolling across there. And make sure to use the promo code CMSS20 to get 20% off your purchase. I don't see any exclusions there. Libby, do you know of anything that's not included in that 20% off?
I think the only thing is our Mink machine. That's the only thing that
Okay.
is not included. So
Gotcha. Well, go to cardmakersuccessmembership.com/Pink and Main, put in that promo code, and shop to your heart's content. Now, you guys know that when we do these live streams, we often sell out. So make sure you have another window open, getting ready to shop, because I'm pretty sure from the looks of what's on the screen below, you're going to want these dies. All right, I'm going to leave the stage and let you have it.
all right, thank you. So if you want, you could just put my desktop as the main thing on the camera, because that's what we're going to focus on today. So today is release day at Pink and Main. So you guys are lucky that you have such a great coupon code right now because it is release day. So our March release is focused on birthday theme, because today, or the month of March really, is the 11th birthday of the company, Pink and Main. It was started by Michelle Curry 11 years ago. She had a dream of owning her own crafty company to do all the you know, her love of creativity and cuteness, and she has so many cute products at the company. I've been with Pink and Main since September, and I absolutely love it. It's a great brand, and Michelle's the sweetest person on the earth, on the planet. And so, anyway, I just want to show you what I'm doing today with our new floral cake pop-up dies. So this is the die set. It doesn't come looking like this, obviously. I put it on a magnet board that I had, and it didn't even all fix. There's so many dies in this great set. But what this does is it creates a little pop-up floral cake, just like the name says. So if you look at this, it's dimensional, but then it folds down flat so that you can put it into an envelope. So it becomes an A2 sized thing once you have it flattened down to put in your envelope, but then it pops right back up again. So you could put it on your desktop as a little display. You could put names on it to make it a place card at an event. It's great for birthdays. It comes with a little happy birthday message, but you can also use it for a wedding cake or, you know, any kind of celebration cake. I'm making it very girly, but you could put stars or different things on it to make it more masculine. You could cut off the flowers. You can also use the pieces separately. There's a layer cake and all the decorations that you could just put on a flat card if you didn't want to do the pop-up. But we're going to do the pop-up tonight because it is so much fun. So I already die cut everything. So I'm going to go ahead and set these dies aside and just show you what I die cut. So there's all these pieces here, which may seem intimidating, but I promise you it's not. It all comes together so easily. All right, let me make sure I'm on the camera. Looks like I am. All right, I'm going to start by decorating my cake. And what I've got to decorate my cake here are cute little, I can't pick up things with my nails. Let me scoot over a little. Cute little, I don't know what you'd even call those, kind of drapery to put on your cake. And I love gold and glitter. And so I did a little gold glitter on my purple cake here. And I love purple. So I don't know if you guys know me, but you can see my nails are purple. My board's purple. So I'm a purple fan. I know purple is a controversial color. If purple is not your thing, obviously you can make all different colors of cake. You don't have to make yours purple, but I happen to love purple. So I'm just kind of showing you the things that I'm putting on to decorate my cake, and then I'll get out my glue and start attaching them down. All right. And I'm going to use our Pink and Main Easy Squeeze glue. This is our Easy Squeeze craft glue. It's a great glue. In this release today, we just came out with a big refill bottle of our Easy Squeeze craft glue. Oh, look at that. Sandy says purple rocks. Yes, I agree. We also sell these little bottles, and I just filled one of these little fine tip bottles with glue, and that's what I'm going to use tonight to glue my pieces. We also sell the little pins, or carry the little pins that I put in my bottle. And then I'm going to grab out my tweezers because my fingers are too large to deal with these little tiny pieces without tweezers. Okay. So I need to move fast because there isn't much time here, but I want to show you a finished cake if I can, and just show you how easy it is to come together. So now that I got everything in the way with all those layers, set this down. I always have something heavy on my desk to put over things as the adhesive is drying. So I have this glass. Woo, I just knocked one over. This glass that I put right down on there. And I just kind of work my way down and put the glass block on there as I'm going on to the next piece. And you don't need a lot of this liquid glue because it holds really well. So somebody in the comments a minute ago mentioned that they love the foiling products at Pink and Main, and we do have subscription products as well as regular releases every month. And we have a foil of the month subscription, and our foiling products are fantastic. We sell the pink mink because everything at Pink and Main is pink. Just FYI, if you saw my dies a minute ago, you know that they were pink. Michelle loves the color pink, and so she does pink dies on our embossing folders. There's pink printing on them, and so our mink machine is pink as well. And we have all kinds of, and it's the toner-based foiling. We have tons and tons of, toner printed panels that you can use with your mink. And we have over 80 colors of foil, which is just amazing. The foils come on a big 25 foot roll. Let me just show you. I have one right here on my desk. This is one of our new colors this month. I'm going to get distracted by foiling because I love it, but this is one of the new colors. This is called City Light Silver, and it's so pretty. And so that just came out this month. But that's what our rolls of foil look like. So anyway, do any of you do that kind of foiling yet? If you don't, then you should because it's so much fun. And I don't know, one of these card maker success summits, I should probably do a whole foiling demo, because once you see it and see how easy it is, you definitely want to try it because it's so much fun. I never even foiled before I came to Pink and Main, and now I'm just obsessed with it. All right, just putting this on here. So this is, you know, it takes a little bit to glue all the pieces down, takes a little bit to die cut all the pieces, but it's easy to put together, even with all that. It's just, it comes together so easily, and it's so cute. Again, just moving down the line, put my block down as I scoot, and then I'll show you what it's finished, what it looks like when I get it all on there. Again, I don't need a whole lot of adhesive. I'm just kind of putting dots of glue here and there. You don't want to put too much on these tiny little bits because you don't want it to ooze out too much. It does dry clear, but you don't want to have all the messy glue. Oh, I can't see what I'm doing very well. Okay. Deanna says she wants to do foiling. Well, you should. It is so much fun. And I do lives on Friday afternoons, usually about noon or 1, on the Pink and Main YouTube channel and Facebook page. And a lot of times I do foiling in my live. I actually did one yesterday. Or no, it wasn't even yesterday. The days are blurring together, but it was earlier today that I did it. And I did a quick little foiled card on that too, if you ever wanted to check that out. Hi, Holly. I see my friend Holly just popped in here. All right, so see how that cake came together? Now this could totally just be on a card and it would be gorgeous. See how that gold, I just used gold glitter paper on that. But we're gonna put it on this panel, but first I'm gonna do the candles. So that'll be our next little step here, is to put things on the candles. So to do them, I'm just gonna do glue, glue, glue on all the sticks of the candles. And then we'll do the tops. This is my little pickup tool from Pink and Main. I love the pretty color of it. And it's one that has the pokey at the one end and wax at the other. And so tools like this are essential to me for picking up little bits like this. Makes it a lot easier. I'll have to straighten that in just a second here. Oops, he slid on me. And I did one card, actually the card that I showed you at the beginning with the pink. I colored on that one with markers rather than putting all these little die cut pieces on the candles. So if this is too fiddly for you, you absolutely could just use a marker and color them in. But they get a little bit bigger and thicker when you put the die cut pieces on. And so, you know, it looks great both ways. Whichever you prefer is how you can do it. So I did cut out some little yellow flames for these candles. And because the die cut piece is a lot bigger than the actual, you know, base that I'm putting it on top of, I like to put like every other one and then go back in and do the ones in the middle because they kind of overlap a little. You'll see what I mean in a second here. Just trying to get these in here, and then I'll use my pokey end of this tool to kind of push everything down together. Look how cute that is. So if I wanted to, I could go in with a marker now and add like a little accent to it with an orange or another yellow. Does a happy anniversary die come in the size of that banner? You know, let me check after I get this together. We just had 3 different banner sets that are very similar to this that came out in our February release. And I can't remember if there was a happy anniversary or not, but that would look really great with this cake, wouldn't it? That's a great idea. All right, so now I'm just putting some glue on the back, and I'm going to layer my cake right on this piece, which in a second you'll see how it all comes together as a pop-up. But before I do the pop-up, I'm going to put my block on there and set this aside, and we're going to work on our flowers real quick on this base piece. Now the flowers, and I did cut out another one to be as a embellishment kind of situation. I do like to figure out which way these flowers go before I start gluing, because you know, they're not they're not uniform all the way around. So you do kind of have to figure out what is what and figure out which way they go. I just kind of rotate it around until I figure it out. And as I'm live, I'm sure I'm going to have a lot more trouble because that's just how it goes when I'm live. What is the pop-up mechanism called? I'm looking at the cake die, but it's different. I'm looking at the cake die, but it's different. I'll show you in a second. This set is called Floral Pop-Up. Hold on a second. My brain is not functioning because I'm live. Let me look it up for a second. Get you the right name here. Hold on. Give me a minute here. I want to tell you the right thing. Goodness, Libby. It's called Floral Cake Pop-Up Card Dies is what this is called. Floral Pop-Up. What did I just say? Floral Cake Pop-Up Card Dies. Floral Cake Pop-Up Card Dies. Okay. There's that one. I am having trouble because I'm live. I should have had these kind of setting together the right way so I would know which way they go. All right, that one goes there, that one goes there, and I think that one goes like that. No, like that. Yeah, that one. Okay, so I put them right above. The front, on the front of the package, like the picture on the website does look flat, but trust me, it is the same thing. And on the packaging, when you get it, it will show on the back kind of how the pieces go together. There is some instruction on the back. I don't actually have the packaging because I got a sample that was outside of packaging when Michelle sent it to me. So I can't even show you that, unfortunately. But it does have great packaging that shows how it looks popped up and how it all comes together. Okay. I don't think I had that quite right. We're just going to go with it, though, because I don't want to use up all my time trying to get my flowers the right direction. I promise you, when you're doing this alone in your craft room, you will figure it out very easily. It's always harder when you're live. Okay, there we go. There's those. I did put little gold centers on my flowers as well. So let me go ahead and put some dots of glue on and do that. Stamp me. Brandy just posted that you can see, or maybe it's, I don't know who posted, but anyway, Stamp Me Some Love just said, you can see all the supplies I'm using at that link. So there is a supply link to see. And I think when I sent the links, I also included a couple other pop-ups that we have that are really fun. And I'll show you an example made with one of those in just a bit as well. But we have some greenhouse dies that are kind of the same idea, but they make a greenhouse instead of a birthday cake. But it's really, really cute and fun. All right. This is the piece that's going to go on the front of the card. And I'm going to go ahead and get this glued on as well, and then we can just put things together. And then I will look at those banners real quick to answer the question. What is the wax and pokey pickup tool called? Oh goodness, I should have known the exact name for everything. I'm so sorry. I can look in just a second for that as well. I think if I don't know if you'd want to add it to your list, Brandy, but I think if you search for like pickup tool or something like that on the website, you would find it. Okay. The other thing is this little banner. So the way the banner works is really easy because there's two layers, two different dies that come in it. One cuts out all the little letters and then you just put it together and then you have the color in the background. So you could paper piece all those little letters in if that's something that you like to do. Pick up and place tool. Thank you, Crafty Jam and Sandy. Okay, great. I've made it with glitter paper in the background. You could even put double stick tape on the back of these and then push glitter or flock down into it to give it a different look, which is really fun. We have lives on our YouTube and Facebook pages every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights. Tuesday and Thursday are Caitlin, and on Wednesday it is Demo Donna. And Donna did a great live just this past Wednesday using these same pop-up cakes. So if you wanted more ideas with it, you could check out that live. And she did that technique I just mentioned. She put some double stick tape on here and pressed glitter into it. And I thought that was really fun, really different. There you go. Just push that together. Let me put my block on that too. Hello. Why are you not sticking? I feel like I have butterfingers tonight. Goodness. All right, smash that down to let it stick. Those are extra candles. And oh, I have my little flowers here that I didn't piece together either. So it's really easy. As you can see, you have a little place, like a landing pad for your little flowers, so you know exactly where to put them. Those blue ones, I had to figure out the right orientation, but otherwise it's very easy to put them on. And I started with a green base in the back just because I wanted my flower stems to be green, because that will be the main part that shows. Okay, I'm going to get this out of the way. And we are now to the point of being able to show you the actual pop-up mechanism, and you'll see just how easy it is. Okay, now that we have done our decorating. Okay, so on our backing piece here, the dies also, can you see that? Oh goodness, the light is blowing it out, but there's little score lines on there that you can barely make out, but you can trust me that they're there. There's score lines here and score lines here and here and here. And on this piece, there are also score lines here and here. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't think you can see those very easily, but in real life, you can see them easily. And I'm just going to score at all those places. Now think about how this will go. This is the back piece where the flowers are. And so you're scoring up. You're making, what do you call that? You're making a valley fold to do that score line. And then these tabs fold in because they're going to be what holds the front piece. So you're kind of making a little box is how you could think about it. And I do have a little bone folder here that I can use to make my score, my folded score lines nice and crisp. Now this piece, I'm going to fold the pieces backwards because that's how they're going to go into the pop-up mechanism. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some double stick tape. I find that to be the easiest way to do this. You could also use the liquid glue, but the double stick tape just holds it immediately in place, and you don't have to let anything dry and worry about anything shifting. So this is our easy tear tape. As you saw, I just tore it with my fingers, which made it very easy. And gosh, I am realizing I'm using like all these extra things that I didn't even think to tell Brandy about. So I apologize for that. But I take the little release paper off of here, which is hard with these nails on, but it's all good. Okay, so as I said, this folds back, and now I have my sticky tape on there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the first side. I do my left side first. It doesn't really matter. And I'm going to put that piece right into this first score area, this first fold. So I'm at the back of this, and I'm just lining that up right with the fold, and I'm going to make sure it's lined up along the bottom as well. And then I'm just going to close that flap right onto it and let it attach. So now I have half of my little pop-up attached. See that? Now I'm going to flatten it all out to the other side, make sure I'm still straight, make sure this is still lined up in the little first corner there, and then close that one. And now I have the first part of my pop-up done. Easy as that. All right. Now I need to have tape on these two front flaps. I could have put all the tape on at the beginning. I didn't, but it doesn't really matter. Again, just putting my double stick tape, tearing it off. And we have 3 sizes of the double stick tape at Pink and Main. I'm using the medium of the 3 sizes. I don't remember what they are actually, like the measurements of them. I'm not remembering. But like this is our thicker one, then our medium, and then we have a very thin one as well, which is that one. And they all tear just as easily. All right, so now I'm going to take this front piece that I put the pedestal on, or the little cake plate, and again, I think I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to flatten it down, get that on there all lined up nice and straight along the bottom, and then put it on the other side as well. And you can already see this is nice and flat because that's how I'm putting it together, and then it pops up. and makes this standing cake card. Easy as that. So much fun and so easy. So the other thing I want to do is put on my little flower, which now that I think about it, I maybe should have put on before I made it all popped up, but that's okay. I'm going to just put some more glue on this one. Hello, don't fail me now, glue. There we go. I'm just going to put this one on the bottom part of the cake to decorate it. Let's see, let me flatten this down to put that on there to let it glue for a second. I'm going to put my birthday message on, and I'm going to actually do this with some little pop-up foam squares just to make it have a little dimension on my card. Let me pull some out, but it's going to kind of hang over the edge, so I'm going to just put them right in the center and not across the whole thing. I just realized I pulled out my really thin pop-ups rather than the thicker ones, but that's okay. All right, I'm going to put this maybe right across right here. And then one last little detail on this card is I'm going to add some gems. These just came out today as well. These are the purples sticky gems. We've had the pinks and the greens so far this year, January and February. Now March we have the purples, which needless to say is my favorite of all of them. I've already used a ton of them. All right, I'm kind of loosening it on the carrier sheet because it is it comes with sticky on the back of it already. And they are a little hard to pick up. But if I kind of scoot it along, I can grab it with the wax end of my pickup tool. You just want to be gentle with it because this wax, you don't want to knock it off. You just want to be gentle. I have there's a little cat hair on there. Goodness. There we go. Other side. There is a little die that cuts the tiny little flower centers in the die set, but I thought it'd be fun to add little gems instead. So there we go. Here's my pop-up that I made today that's purple. Here's the original pink version, and you can just see how easy and quick that is to make this adorable pop-up. Now, if I was sending this to somebody, you can write your personal message on the back. If you didn't want it to be green, you could even die cut this piece again, the backing piece. Just cut it there and put it on the back. You could also do that same thing, cut it out and have it cut it off, and then put a little score line up here. Oops, I'm off the camera. Score line up here, and then you could make it a little, fold on the back of your pop-up where you have a folded card as well as a dimension on the front if you wanted to do that. But I think just writing your personal message right there is great as well. Speaking of personal messages, I think let's see if it would fit. That's a little big for this, but we just came out with these today too, which are really fun sticky notes that say, I made this card with joy in my heart. Now that you have smiled, remove the sticky note and share the card to cheer another. So this is a cute little sticky note that you could write your little message on here and put it inside your card. And then when the person gets your card, they could reuse it, if you wanted that to happen. All right, it's almost 8:30 already. I just realized, oh my goodness, that went by fast. So I just want to show you really quick. Here's one that I made earlier where I just used a little bit different color purple. I used the glitter cardstock on the candles, but it's almost exactly the same. And then my one from today. This is our little pop-up greenhouse that I mentioned. I love gold glitter paper, and I think on this, I kind of went to the limit of how much glitter paper you should use. I think it maybe is a little too much glitter paper on this, but you get the idea. It makes a cute little greenhouse with all these greenery pieces in here. And then again, it folds flat to go into a card. So it's the same kind of pop-up idea. And pieces that you could use flat. You could make a little Monstera pot on a card. You could use just a greenhouse flat. So really fun. And then we also have a flower greenhouse. Now I'm going to show you. This is the packaging from my flower greenhouse. It's a huge die set. You can see how big this packaging is, but you get so many dies and it makes this cute little pop-up flower greenhouse. And this is kind of what the packaging is going to look like. Oh, Brandy's pulling me off with the cane. She's like, "You're
No,
done. Get
no,
out
I
of here."
was I was just gonna comment because we gave away both of those dies earlier yesterday, and when I saw the size of that package, I thought, oh my gosh, I hope this fits in a
Oh,
regular size die cut machine because
it
it's
does.
huge.
Yeah, it is huge. And I didn't even think about that when I sent that to you, that I would be shocking you with how big it is. But let me, well, I don't have it. Mine is all out of the packaging, but this kind of shows you. I'll open it. The dies are not in here because I took them off, but you can see the outline of the dies. And so the biggest one is right here, and that's kind of A2 size. These are kind of the biggest ones. So, you know, even though it's a big set, the individual dies are not gigantic. They will fit in your regular die cutting machines. So
Awesome. That's perfect. Those cakes are so cute.
aren't they the cutest? I
Yes.
love them.
For sure.
So
And I'd say the pop-up mechanism isn't too complicated
it's
because
real
a lot of
easy.
times I think that intimidates. I'm going to bring you on the screen because I don't I want to talk to your face. A lot of times I think people get intimidated by, doing, those pop-up type of cards because they
Mhm.
don't have that engineering type, framework to work from.
Right.
But, just watching you do that, it was just like very, very simple. So
Yep.
thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely. And I want to share an actual finished floral greenhouse one as well.
Okay.
There's the Facebook group. I could pop it in, right? If I wanted
Yeah,
to.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Mhm.
Sure, absolutely.
All right.
All right. So we've got a giveaway that we
Okay.
want to give to everybody from Pink and Maine. So I'm gonna, I can't share. My camera's not. Anyway, so here is the die for what Libby was making with today. So it is the floral cake pop-up card, and it's got all of the dies that she was working with today. So let's
And
go
there's the
ahead.
back that I was mentioning because I didn't have that packaging, but you can see on the back that it shows what you need to do the pop-up and everything. So really
Yeah,
easy and fun to use. So
yeah. I haven't dug into it. I wanted to see you make something with it first before I too intimidating for me, but
it
all right.
really
So
isn't. Once you do it, it's not hard at all. It just comes together
yeah,
so easy.
yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, so let's go ahead and draw a winner for that. All right, drum roll. All right, the winner of the Pink and Maine giveaway is going to Teddy, and Teddy's last name starts with an M, and that's all they put was just M.
All right.
So it's not a full last name. So I'm sure if Teddy is on, she or he is going to know exactly who it is that won. So congratulations, Teddy. And thank you so much, Libby, for coming on. We always love Pink and Maine and definitely love all of her stuff. Thank you.
And one other thing, Brandy, real quick. I
Yeah.
encourage everybody to check out the whole new release today. It just came out today and there's 30 some new products and all birthday themed.
Wow.
It's great. So definitely give it a look. A lot of cute stuff there. So
Absolutely. And
thank
don't
you for
forget
having
to use.
me.
Yeah. And don't forget to use that link that is passing through on the bottom of your screen, cardmakersuccesssummit.com/pink and Maine. Then use the promo code CMSS20 to get 20% off your entire purchase except for the Mink machine.
Yeah.
And then if you want to see any of the other supplies that Libby used today, I'm hoping that Harriet was paying attention.
I'll follow up with an email to her too.
She's nodding her head yes, and so
Okay.
she's added it to the Shop the Summit page.
I'm
So
sorry.
go
I
to
don't know why I did that.
cardmakersuccesssummit.com/shop the summit, all one word, and you can find all of the supplies from all of the live streams over the last couple days and for tomorrow and Sunday. All right, you guys, we will see you back here for our updates and giveaways tomorrow around 12:30. Is that right, Harriet? Yes, she's nodding her head. Yes. All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.